I've been afraid for too long. I've let other people's fears, worries, and concerns become mine. And it's time for me to let go of all of that and step into the reality that God wants for me. I hate to say when you just put it out into the universe, it's going to come back at you, but there is some level of credibility to that because of the way our brains work and how our brains are wired to meet our own expectations. And so I'm trying to be diligent in getting my mind right. My visualization / affirmation, I'm doing that every day. Day 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row usually isn't a problem for me. I usually get to about 21 days, 15 days, things start falling apart. Mike Dooley, the guy who does Notes to the Universe, he has a thing that he calls the pyramid technique, where you draw a big triangle and you put a line down the middle of the triangle, and on one side of the triangle you write down all the things that you can do to see your dream come true, and then all the things that the universe, God, the divine, could do to help you see your dream come true. We just started listing all of the potential ways that the universe could provide for us and all of the things that we could do, because Mike Dooley makes the point that if the divine isn't on your side, it doesn't matter how much plot and plan and strategize and an action taken you try to make, you're still going to be hard-pressed to reach your goal. That said, the universe can be completely ready, willing, and able, but if you don't take action, nothing's going to happen. That was the list we made yesterday, and then today I had this photo shoot. And just as I was leaving to go to the photo shoot, I got the mail, and in the mail was a check for $500. I'm not joking you. There was a check for $500 from someone who wants to help me get the album off the ground. So she wants a copy of the album, but she's a patron. She's patronizing and showing support of the album. So in 24 hours, we've hit 10% of the $5,000 goal. Now, I don't expect that it's going to continue like that, although that would be awesome. I will gratefully receive. Here's this check on our front doorstep in the mailbox, and it's like, awesome! So, whether or not I hit 5,000, I know I've hit 500, and now we can just go forward from there. I had to prep last night for my newsletter that went out today, and I was up until midnight. Lisa got behind, okay? And I guess the thing that I want to say is waiting until the last minute to do stuff sucks, but sometimes it happens. Murphy's Law, anything that can't go wrong. I edited the video, it looked great, but when it went to render, the last frame didn't want to play right, and I was like, and then I forgot to schedule the post to go live on the blog, so it didn't go live until someone emailed me and went, yeah, I can't access this link. Oh, okay. The best thing that you can do is what you can do as you are able. The newsletter's out. People are able to watch the video, and all of that's really great. And today I'm gonna write up the email about this project and see who really wants to do this. Yesterday, I had a $25 order come in for a copy of the CD. So that's $525 towards our goal. Woohoo! I'm excited about that. So what am I good at? What do I have a lot of experience in? What do I enjoy? I love singing. I love performing. I love teaching. I love being on a platform in the spotlight, helping people, inspiring people. That juices me up. That's one of the reasons why I'm excited about this, because this is me just connecting with you and telling you what's going on. I don't know if you've ever read How the World Sees You, Sally Hogshead's book about fascination, languages. I am the connoisseur, so I lead with prestige and passion. And she has this piece in the program called Building Your Anthem. And my anthem is results-oriented edutainment. That's really what I'm about. That's what I do. I'm comfortable looking at the camera like it's another person. Hi there. My YouTube videos, I don't just sing a song. I give you some background. I tell a story and I sing the song. when I'm shooting a creative freedom video, I don't just go, here are 3 ways to get better lighting for your videos. I, include some music or some comedy or something. I like to entertain. So those are things that I really enjoy doing. And then what have others said is my gift? What do other people say I'm really good at? They say I'm really good at breaking concepts down, making things easier for them to understand, seeing the bigger picture and how they fit into the bigger picture. I'm a gift finder. I can help spot what somebody else's gift or talent is, and usually can give them a direction to apply that gift or talent. And I think that has a lot to do with my creative entrepreneurial type, because I'm a fusion creative, which means I do a lot of things and I'm pretty good at a lot of different things. And because I'm pretty good at a lot of different things, I have loose connections to people in lots of different places. And so people will come to me and go, I'd really like to do this. And I'm like, you know what you should do? You should talk to that guy over there. He's got a ton of experience doing that. Oh, okay. To quote Shrek, I'm the talkingest damn thing there is. So if I have an opportunity to communicate with people, that's really where I shine best. And so I'm just making a list of all these potential opportunities for me to step up and share my gifts. So yesterday I sent out the email about doing this series, and now I can say, hooray, there are actually people watching this series now, woo, which is exciting and nerve-wracking all at the same time. $30 towards our goal. 555, is that like a magical number? 555, it's like, make a wish, it's magical. So it's exciting to see things coming in and continuing to grow. I launched it to the list. Again, this was something spontaneous and, hey, I'm gonna do this, let's see who shows up. And so I sent an email to the list saying, this is what I want to do, and if you're interested, click here, and if you're not, click here. And I had one person click no thanks, and I had, I think, 4 people who said, yeah, and there was no sales page. I mean, the email was the sales page, and it took them straight to a PayPal payment link. And so to have 3 people trust me enough to say, yes, I'm going to give my $10 and I want to watch you on this journey. You guys are awesome, you're fantastic, and this is all for you. Thank you so much. When we first put our list together of things that things we could do and things that we, had to trust the universe for, we also made a list of what could we cut back on. And because this was a 30-day project, we're like, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to cut back on anything because it's only 30 days. At the same time, I felt this twinge of guilt around not enouging, because every penny does help, and a $10 web series goes a long way towards hitting that $5,000 goal, even if only 3 people show up. So that $30 is a huge shot in the arm. It's also momentum. It's energy. It's woohoo. It's fuel injection for the ride. And so I always want to remember to celebrate the wins. And even though we strategically chose not to cut back on anything that we're currently doing in our lives, I also want to be very mindful of not enough-ing what's coming in, because every penny makes a difference. And I wanted to be able to enjoy my life in the process of hustling, because that's important. If you can't enjoy your life while you're doing the hustle, there's no way it's sustainable. But it's also going to be something that creates resentment, anger, frustration, disappointment, because there's a very real possibility that I won't hit $5,000. And if that's the case, am I going to look back on the last 30 days and go, well, this was the biggest waste of my life ever? Or am I going to go, wow, I learned a lot. I had some really great things happen. Yeah, I had some setbacks, but I'm glad that I did it. And I always want to step forward in life with an I'm glad I did it, no regrets kind of an approach. So when I'm choosing, do I live my life and enjoy it? Or do I scale way back and really sacrifice hard and is the sacrifice worth it? And if the sacrifice isn't worth it, I'm not going to make the sacrifice. And I think that holds true for most human beings. Some of us are more willing to sacrifice because we're seeing more value in what we're giving up. And that's been a life lesson for me. What am I willing to sacrifice, and is it worth it to me? And sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. And in the case of Netflix, it's not. Tomorrow I'm So that's kind of where my energy's at right now. I can't tell you how many people tell me, girl, you should be on The Voice. You should audition for The Voice. Why haven't you auditioned for The Voice? This will be my second audition for The Voice. And in that same vein of making sacrifices, I could have easily said, well, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go do this audition. I'm probably not going to get cast anyways because I'm not the type that they're looking for. I can have the best pipes in the world, but because I look the way I do, they're not interested, which is really disappointing, but it's the reality of television. So, that said, why am I going to do this? I'm going to do this because it's fun. I'm going to do this because it's Detroit. I'm getting away from the house for a little while, and it's another opportunity for me to show up and practice and see who else is there. And, you know, I'm curious. I'm interested to see who's going to be there and what's going to happen, and who knows? Cross your fingers, we'll see. So yesterday, I had my voice audition, and that took the whole entire day. I left here about 7 o'clock in the morning, thought I'd get in early, that didn't happen. But there were some really interesting business lessons for me in this adventure. While we were standing in line waiting, there was this woman coming down the aisle with a clipboard, and on the clipboard she had a stack of postcards. And she finally gets to me, and she's offering voice lessons of all things. This is a great example of someone who knows their target market and is going where they are to reach them. And she's practicing the ask. These people were there because they thought they could sing and they wanted to be on TV, and here she was exploiting that opportunity by saying, hey, if you really want to know how to sing better, I have these voice lessons available. It's not about how beautiful your voice is, that's important. But they're also looking for a particular type, style, look, and feel. They're casting a show. And it doesn't matter how awesome you are. If you don't have what they're looking for, they're going to take a pass on you. And that's how your customer approaches working with you. You may be fantastic. You may do things that are remarkable and awesome and amazing, but if they're not in alignment with who you are and what you have to offer, they're going to take a pass on you. For me, I'm very clear. That show isn't for me as it stands right now today because I don't match what they're looking for. At the same time, it helps me get clear on who are my right people. You're my right people. You're the ones showing up, listening to me sing, hearing me talk, hearing me teach, taking my messages to heart and doing something with them. That's why I'm here. It's not to be on TV. So while auditioning gives me an opportunity to step forward and be seen and practice my ask, it also tells me that that's not where my right audience is. At least not right now. It could change, but right now today, that's not where my audience is. The third lesson that I thought was really powerful was the woman that I was with. Her mom used to babysit this singer, and so they became really good friends. And one day the singer says, come on, let's go and audition for this kids show, some kind of thing that was going on in Detroit. This famous singer, who was a child at the time, so she's not a famous singer yet, right? She goes up on stage and does her audition, and when she's finished, the judges go, that's it, we've seen everything we need, this is our person, we're done. And the girl that I was sitting with didn't even get the opportunity to audition. I'm really resting into, where am I holding back? Where am I letting somebody else go first when I could be the one that's stepping forward and saying, hey, here's this. So at the end of the first week, $575. That's a really great start. We're behind the curve. If you're plotting a straight linear path from 0 to 5,000, we're just over 10% of the way there. At the same time, that's not usually how a curve works. It's not usually the straight shot to your goal. It's bing, and there you are. So I'm expecting that that's what we're going to see in the next couple of weeks. But first week down, so far so good. I'm pretty pleased with our results and can't wait to see what happens next week. 7 days down, 23 to go.